Okay, so this is Hangout number 1, and I'm Caitlin Nanos, and we are going to be discussing the National Technology Standards. So my first standard is the Standard 1, which is to facilitate and inspire student learning and creativity. And what that is teachers use their knowledge of subject matter, teaching and learning, and technology to facilitate experiences that advance student learning. Also, it is to promote, support, and model creative and innovative thinking. This allows the students to explore real-world issues and helps them solve authentic problems using technological resources. And it also allows students to reflect using collaborative tools to help clarify their conceptual understanding. And it also helps engage the students in learning with colleagues and others in visual environments. And then the student standard, the first student standard, is creativity and innovation, which is students demonstrate creative thinking, construct knowledge, and develop innovative products and processes using technology. So what this is it helps students to apply what they already know to generate new ideas or products, and it helps them to create original works as a means of their own personal expression. So my first example, this goes along with the first standard for teachers. It is a lesson called figurative language. And what the students will do throughout this lesson is they'll create a PowerPoint which shows illustrating 2 types of figurative language. It helps them demonstrate an understanding of personification by creating examples, and it also helps them demonstrate an understanding of alliteration by creating and interpreting simple examples. And it also helps them understand figurative language, word relationships, and nuances in word meanings. And for my second example, this is for the first standard for students. It's the lesson called Shop Till You Drop, Food for Thought. So in this lesson, students will locate different items in a virtual grocery store, and they will calculate the unit price for items and determine what is the best buy. And they have to calculate the tax, and they can use coupons. And all while doing this, they have to shop on a limited budget. And this helps them to use different models and help stimulate themselves to explore different complex systems and issues. So I also had the second standards for both teachers and students. For the teachers, the second standard is to design and develop digital age learning experiences and assessments. So basically, this is teachers have to design and develop authentic learning experiences and assessments incorporating contemporary tools and resources to maximize how much the students will learn and to help them develop knowledge and skills. What they want to do is to help develop technology-enriched learning environments that enable all students to pursue their own individual curiosities. And it also helps to provide the students with multiple and varied forms of assessments, and it helps them to better understand different content and technology standards that they will be able to eventually use with other subjects. And for the second student standard, we have communication and collaboration. So students will use digital media and environments to communicate and work collaboratively, including at a distance to support individual learning and contribute to the learning of others. And this is to help them develop cultural understanding, They can engage with learners of other cultures, and they can also contribute to group projects and produce their own work. And this also helps them to interact and collaborate with their peers, their teachers, other students, using a variety of digital environments and media. So the first lesson to go along with these standards is, it's not a lesson, but it's more of a resource that goes along with the teachers, called QuizStar. And what QuizStar allows you to do is you can manage your class and provide them with online quizzes. And you can attach different multimedia files to these quizzes. You can make them in multiple languages if you have students that are maybe English as a second language learner. It makes it easier for them to understand what you're teaching them. And it allows the children, they can access it from any internet-connected computer, so they could use it at home or while they're at school. They can use it even as while they're doing classwork. And the students can also complete the quiz on their own, and they can review it at the end. So the student standard, to go along with the second student standard, is the Explorer's Graveyard. And what this is students will be able to review lessons about explorers from the past, maybe the 1800s or 1900s. And what this does is this encourages collaboration and brainstorming amongst the students. They're able to present their own ideas and get feedback from either other teachers or fellow students. And it allows them to work in groups. And it also helps them to develop their creative writing skills, which is a very important task while in the classroom. So in conclusion, while in the classroom, you want to be able to use technology that's going to benefit the students, not just incorporating technology just for the sake of using it. And also, as a teacher, you have to make sure that you're knowledgeable about the different technologies that you are using, because if you're using something that's new to you, you want to make sure that you are well aware of how it works and what you can do with it before you're showing it to your students. And lastly, we also live in the 21st century, and almost everything we do is either based on technology or incorporates some sort of technology. So you want to make sure that the students understand how important it is to use their different technological resources to their advantage. And then these are my references. So whoever is next, go for it.
Okay. Okay, so my name is Carly Pisa, and I did the standards for technology here. So at first, I just listed all of the teacher standards here, and I highlighted the ones in purple, which are the ones that I'm going to be going over, which are model digital age, work, and learning, and to promote and model digital citizenship and responsibility. So for the first one, model digital age, work, and learning, teachers exhibit knowledge, skills, and work processes representative of an innovative professional in a global digital society. So what this means is that teachers are going to be demonstrating fluency of the technology in the classroom. They're going to be collaborating with students, peers, parents, members of the community, just collaborating with people in general using the technology. And they're also going to model and facilitate effective uses of the current technology that they're going to be using in the classroom. The next one is to promote and model digital citizenship and responsibility, which is teachers understanding local and global societal issues and responsibilities and in involving digital culture and exhibit legal and ethical behavior in their professional practices. So teachers are going to be advocating, modeling, teaching the technology. They're going to make sure that the students are using it safely and legally, making sure that they know about copyright, making sure they're knowing about what is someone's intellectual property. They're going to be able to address the diverse needs of all learners by using the technology as well. So that, and then moving on to the student standards, like I did before, I put the ones in purple that I'm going to be going over. So that's researching and information fluency, and critical thinking, problem solving, and decision making. So for the first one, which is research and information fluency, students apply digital tools to gather, evaluate, and use the information. So the students are going to be locating, organizing, analyzing, evaluating, using all of the information that they can find online or in the technology to put it into whatever project they may be working on. And this is also going to involve processing data and being able to report results that they're finding. Right, and the last one is critical thinking, problem solving, and decision making. Students use critical thinking skills to plan and conduct research, manage projects, social problems, and make informed decisions using appropriate digital tools and resources. So students are going to be planning and managing activities to develop a solution or complete a project, and they're going to be collecting and analyzing data that they find to make those informed decisions. Okay, and then here are my examples. I'm going to start off with the teacher standards, starting off with the first one that I did. So the lesson I found was on egg-laying animals, and the students had to use the technology to research given animals that the teacher wanted them to go over. So they had to research that, and then they had to find information about the animal, about the process for how they lay their egg, about the habitat that they keep the egg in, and for the animal. And then they had to create a model of the egg and a model of the habitat, and they were able to use this by either making it or using technology in various ways. So the teacher had to demonstrate how to use this technology and how to use the quick links that she provided to get to the correct websites. Okay, and for the second one, I used pretty much the same lesson. I found this lesson was divided into two separate lessons, one for the research and one for actually creating the egg. So I'm going to use that as well for this one. For promoting and modeling digital citizenship and responsibility, the teacher gave them quick links so that they were able to get to the appropriate website that she wanted them to use. That way they weren't using anything that maybe wasn't appropriate for the topic or wasn't quite what she was looking for the activity. All right, and then for the student standards, for the first one, I found another lesson on the types of rocks. So the students had to research the 3 different types of rocks, and then they had to take all of these and put them into a mind map that was online. So the research and information fluency, the students had to go online and they had to find the 3 different types of rocks, figure out what information they wanted to use and what information they wanted to put on that mind map. Okay, so then I used the same lesson for this one as well, which is critical thinking, problem solving, and decision making. So the students just had to pick what they felt was important for what they wanted to create on the mind map, and they had to be able to pick what they felt was not important and kind of sort through what they were finding through the technology. Okay, so for my conclusions, the technology is the future. So it's imperative for students to learn how to use it correctly. Technology encourages collaboration. So whether you're a teacher collaborating with other teachers, whether you're a student collaborating, technology, a big part of using technology is collaborating with others. And students have access to different forms of learning, such as digital books, and teachers have access to different lecturing options. So this kind of gives us a range to cater to a bigger, diverse classroom than what we would before. And here are my resources. Right, whoever else is.
I'm Alex Pinto, and let me screen share my Prezi. Okay, so I had, all right, for my introduction, I said, for as teachers, we are responsible for knowing content standards as well as technology standards. I had the last technology standard for teachers because there was only 5. And so the ISTE standards for teachers, I said it facilitates and inspires student learning and creativity, design and develop digital age learning experiences, and make experiences and assessments, model digital age work and learning. Hold on.